All right, hello and good morning. We're talking about geometry this morning, and that's always up first. So let's take a look here. Well, if you look, this is called the exterior angle theorem. So the exterior angles right here, you see how it's outside the triangle? These are your interior angles. So the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remotes. So you're going to add those two up, and then you got to work it out. So you want to subtract x from both sides. Then you want to subtract 4 and get 16. Okay? So x is 16, then you got to plug it in. So this one is 16 degrees. This one is 2 times 16, which is 32, plus 4. This outside one here is 36 degrees. And there it is. If you want to figure out this one, you would subtract 180 minus 36. Remember, the exterior angle theorem is equal to the sum of the two remotes. Say that to yourself and memorize it. These two equal the exterior. All right, let's go on. This one right here, every triangle adds up to 180. So you're going to add this up. That gives you 4 and 4 is 8, 9, 10. So that gives me 10x is equal to 180 degrees. I divide by 10. The zeros cancel, so I get x equals 18. And then you plug it in. 4 times 18 and 2 times 18. This one right here, I want you to color the L. Remember, on a right triangle, the L represents your legs. So these two go together. And I want to see you color this to get credit. All right, so those are your legs. They make the L, and these go together. So it's x squared plus 7 squared is equal to 9 squared. This right here is going to be 49, and that's 81. So 81 minus 49, and then you're going to hit the square root button. So 81 minus 49, and I get 32, and then I'm going to hit shift, square root, and I get 5.7 approximately. Okay, any questions on Pythagorean's theorem? ABC, a squared, b squared, c squared. Say it to yourself, ABC. All right, let's move on. All right, what I want you to do on a new sheet of paper is I want you to name, put away your bell work, name 4 ways to prove triangles congruent. Name the 4 ways to prove triangles congruent. Well, there's side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, and angle, angle, side. Those are only the 4 ways. But today we're talking about right triangles. And this is lesson 4.5. Okay, and you know what a right triangle looks like. Like this. Okay? If you can show, there's 3 of them for this one, so we'll call it number 5, 6, and 7 to add to this list over here. So for right triangles, there's something called hypotenuse leg, leg leg, and leg angle. Okay, those are the 3 additional ways, but that only works for right triangles. So, what does this mean? Well, if you have 2 right triangles like this, and if the hypotenuse is equal to that hypotenuse, and this leg is equal to that leg, then these triangles are congruent by hypotenuse leg. Okay? If you can show, number 6, draw this diagram. If you can show that the legs are equal, that leg and that leg, then they're congruent by leg leg theorem. And remember, a theorem is something you can prove. And then finally, leg angle. If you can show that the leg, draw these triangles, that the leg of one triangle is equal to another, and an angle is equal to an angle, then they're congruent by leg angle. And those are the three ways that we're talking about today. So let's take a look at the workbook. Let's switch and let's go to page 186. So get your workbook out. All right, so let's take a look, and I'm going to work you through some of these. What's the minimum criteria to show that right triangles are congruent? The minimum. Well, there's hypotenuse leg, leg leg, and leg angle. Those are the three. Error analysis. We'll take a look at this one. She's trying to use hypotenuse leg, and hypotenuse leg only works on right triangles. But guess what? That is not a right angle. So she's trying to use something on something that is not a right triangle. Okay? Let's keep moving. Number 3. What are the 3 conditions to prove that triangle's hypotenuse leg is going to work? Well, number 1, you need a right triangle, or right triangles, plural. Then you need to show that the hypotenuse is congruent. And then you need to show that a leg is congruent. Those are the 3 criteria. It must be a right triangle. Okay? And then you need to continue working on this. So today's lesson is going to be all the way to 26 on this section. So 1 to 26. Good luck and have a good morning. Don't forget to turn your homework in. Next week we will have a test on chapter 4. Let's turn our attention, parents and students, to MCR. Let's take a look at MCR class here. Okay, there's the bell work. Let's take a look here. Well, this one, only this is dropped down. So it's going to be x over c to the 4th power. The x has a 1 and it stays at the top. Now this one I would simplify first. Watch. See how this is the same exact thing as that? So you could technically just cancel that out. And then here I have more r's at the bottom. I have 3 more at the bottom. So I'm going to end up with negative 3 r to the 3rd power, and then I'm going to cube it. Well, negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 is going to be a negative 27. This is going to be a power to a power, so that's going to be r9, 3 times 3. Let me just look back over my work and make sure we have this correct. All right, looks good to me. This one right here is a power to a power, so you're going to multiply and get 2m plus 2. Make sure you distribute that 2 to both of those. Today, we are working a worksheet, and I want you to do the front side only. Right? Only the front side here. And when you're done, you can relax quietly. All right, have a good morning. Test next week.